Well, hello, pipe smokers. It is that time of year again, and I'm coming back to you from a failed attempt. So I got to get everything back in order. I don't know what happened, but it just didn't take. And so we're gonna give it another whirl. All right. It took me a while. It's that time of year again, and it took me a while to decide what would be my top 5. It did change up a bunch from my year-end top 10. I've tried several new blends, so certainly my palate, my taste has changed, and a lot of it is just being able to have tried new blends and found some new favorites. And so I wound up with a couple of honorable mentions because it was just hard to pare it down to narrow it down to 5, and even a couple of more should have made honorable mention. A couple of the Deadwoods, the Sweet Jane, and the another one, Paha Sapa, and another one was Trout Stream. Great stuff, early morning pancake. And who knows where it'll all come into play when you're getting down into the end of the year. But I have messed around here and smoked an entire bowl. So I'm just going to refill it, but I'm not going to tell you just yet what it is because it'll ruin my surprise at the end of the video. So I'm going to pack this and back up with some and get her fired up. And it is, boy, when you take the top off of this tin, that is one of the best smells. Oh, just wonderful. So, and I'm going to smoke this mystery blend in a little Savinelli 320 that was gifted to me at Christmas by my wife. And she had originally picked the rusticated, and I like the rusticated one, and I really thought that's the one I was going to get. Well, it was backhoe. So she picked this one, and I'm glad she did. This I love. As I get older, I've become, I've got a thing for beautiful grain, and this is certainly one. Even got a little bit of bird's eye in this. She did a good job, and I'm thankful. Beautiful little pipe, and great smoker. We are going to get the little rusticated. It's very, very similar in color to this. I kind of have them as a match set, but wow. Well, coming in at honorable mention is a true English, stout English, and I'm not super keen, as y'all know, on a lot of English blends, certainly not the heavy ones. But this is one that it's a pungent, smoky. Well, they say medium bodied. You could have fooled me, but they're calling it medium bodied. A pungent, smoky, medium bodied smoke that is a epitome of the word classic, and it truly is. And it is Drew Estates meat pie. And there's several more Drew Estates aromatics that I'm wanting to try this year. And this is absolutely good smoke. That's coming in at first honorable mention. Second honorable mention was one that I smoked on the first video, and it was just found. I just discovered it Saturday morning, but it's that good. And I never smoked a tinderbox blend in my life, but hopefully after trying this one there'll be more to come. and that is the Midnight from Tinderbox. This is their very, very premium Cavendish, very dark, rich, sweet Cavendish, and I'm not sure, but it must be a little liqueur based in there. That is some absolutely good stuff. And the good thing about it is it's easy to get. You can reorder it. They'll ship. You can order online. And this came from, and it's maybe one that they carry everywhere at all the locations, but this one came from the Tinderbox in Metairie, Louisiana, which is a little suburb of New Orleans. So make an honorable mention this fast, and so it must be that good. It's Tinderbox Midnight. All right, starting off with number 5, and this is one that I've smoked before. It was a hot one on YouTube for a long, long time. Still is a hot one. Still is a favorite to many. But I loved it, and I raved over 2. But after my initial raving, I kind of stepped back and said, well, I just really wonder what all the hype was about that. It's okay, but it don't want that. Other than a couple of big name presenters liked it, and it made it just go nuts, and couldn't even get it for a while. And at times it's still hard. I think it's not as bad as it used to be. But let me tell you something. I'd only smoked this one in bulk. Had never tried it in a tin. Our old buddy Hoss, a.k.a. Cameron Myers, gifted me a tin of this one day at Governor's. An unopened tin. And I fell in love with it. It is rich Virginia pressed tobacco. Rich Virginia pressed tobacco, spiced with oriental leaf, latakia, and perique. And this is so, the smell of this just is absolutely awesome. The tin note on this is just unbelievable. I've always liked the tin note on it. Very spicy, and I like that spice just like in a good cigar. And you get it with this one. And it's not super heavy on the latakia. And that is Seattle Pipe Club, Mississippi River. This is coming in at number 5. I will only buy this in the tin from this point forward. Something about being in a tin. I don't know if it aged it for a little while. I don't know what the situation is, but it changed it ever so slightly. And that ever so slight change made this a smoke that I am crazy about. And y'all know me, I'm not a super latakia fan. I like it occasionally, especially on a cold winter's night. That one in the tin is one I'll keep on hand forever and can smoke it year round. All right, coming in at number 4 is another one that this particular tin was gifted to me by Hoss one day at Governor's, and there was a rumor that this one was going to be discontinued. And y'all heard me say it before, and I'm going to give it away. You either love it or you hate it. There ain't no in between, and apparently a lot of people hates it because I've got a ton of it jarred up. A lot of people have sent me theirs. They did not like it. So if you got some of this, you don't like it. I do, and I'm in a big minority here. So, but I happen to like it. Matter of fact, to the point it's coming in at number 4, and that is Mcbearing's Honey and Chocolate. This is an awesome. I don't taste the chocolate so much in it as I do the honey. A little in the chocolate, but honey is predominant in this one. And it is made up of delicate Cavendish and fine loose cut blend. Well, it's primarily a Cavendish, but this is an awesome blend. Like I say, you either love it or hate it. I would have thought more people loved it, but it's just and I think it's that ever so subtle hint of chocolate is what turns people off. It's not the honey, because a lot of people like a honey flavor or a honey based. I think it's the chocolate that was turning people off on that one, but it's good. All right, coming in at number 3 is one that Pipe Happy and myself did a trade on a couple of months ago. He had been wanting to try Peterson's Sunset Breeze, which is an aromatic from them, and it's an amarella flavor. Truly good tobacco. And he was kind of in the same way I was when I picked this one. You know, when you're making your monthly order or whatever, you get down and you run over budget a little bit, and you got, like, you know, this on there, and or he was that way with the Petersons, and you really need to toss something. You know, this one would always, well, I'll come back to it later, and I was the same way on this one. I was in Baton Rouge. He said, if you find some, I'll do a trade with you, and I did find some. He gave me a rundown of 3 or 4 items that he had extra of in his cellar. This was one of them. This was one of those blends that had been tossed around as a maybe, but it's a modern approach to a traditional mixture. Black Cavendish, I can't even talk. Black Cavendish, toasted burley, Orientals, and bright Virginia are gently mixed with apricot and natural sweetness, soft and mellow with a pleasing aroma and a delicate taste. Let me tell y'all, this is an excellent smoke. And a little bit of apricot in it. When I fired it up, I knew there was something, and I thought I was tasting Orientals, and sure enough it was. But there was something else there, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And it is just a faint hint of apricot. Not enough to, you know, that really don't sound good, but look, you pair it up with this, and you'll love this smoke. It's a great one. All right, coming in at number 2 is one that Black Cavendish and Golden Burley is a soft and exceptionally mellow smoke, a delightful aromatic taste, a true pleasure journey. And that is from our friends at Mcbearing. And it's Mcbearing 7 Seas regular. I picked this up at Governor's one day, and I fell absolutely in love with it. I've tried the Royal. Y'all heard me rave over that. Very good tobacco. This has it beat. And it doesn't say anywhere in any description of this that there's any liqueur in it, but it's everybody I've talked to said, I believe I taste a little bourbon in there, or maybe rum. This is an excellent smoke. I'm wanting to try, there's 2 other 7 Seas that I have not tried yet, the cherry and one other. I'm on a mission to finish out that along with a couple of cube Mcbearings, and I'll have it finished. My Mcbearing adventure will be over. But this is one that will be kept as long as they make it. I'll keep this on hand. And coming down, that was number 2. Well, turn it up where you can see it. Number 2, 7 Seas regular. Coming down to the first place here, and this is a manufacturer or blender that I have never put a lot of. I just never thought much about it. You know, Friday night I talked about it. Maybe it was their packaging that didn't jump out at me. Whatever, but if that's the case, it's a good lesson, and never judge a book by its cover, because this one, if you do this one, you'll miss the boat. And the description here is it's such small writing. Let's see. Actually, see better without these old glasses here. This is a mild, smooth, rich pipe tobacco that improves throughout the smoke, owing to the slow release of the flavors inherent in the top quality leaf used in the blend. The aroma tends toward wild honey and perhaps pecan. I don't taste any pecan in it, but let me tell y'all, I taste the honey, and you can smell the honey upon opening. And this is what I'm smoking. Golly, this is some good stuff. And it is Mcclellans. And like I say, I have not given a lot of thought to Mcclellans other than their Frogmorton series and that kind of thing. But this comes from their premium, premium aromatic line. And he's gotten several new flavors in this week. I'm going to try, but they're comes from their premium aromatic line called Mellow Mac. Let me tell y'all something. This little old plain Jane can is packed so full of flavor you would not believe. It is absolutely delicious. And don't let the packaging fool you. This is top-notch stuff. And Friday Ellis at Governor's and he was telling me, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, Mcclellans is one of the very few pipe tobacco blenders that if they say it tastes like something, it's flavored like something, it comes through and it tastes just like what they said it would. I don't necessarily taste the pecans in it. Now, Friday said possibly pralines, and I get that a little bit. I don't know about the pecans, but the honey is there, and it is a fine 10 note. Everything about this one is a full 10. Tastes like it. Very, very good. I can't say enough about this Mcbearing, but he's gotten in a couple more this last few days from that premium aromatic line, and I'm going to add one or two. Probably add one this week. I can slow down buying cigars from my humidor, but I'm going to add one of those this week probably. All right, that is the rundown. That's my top 5. It's that time of year again. Looking forward to seeing a lot of y'all's and seeing what's out there and what's changed in y'all's lineup. So I'm going to finish this bowl of Mcbearing out, and maybe one day this week, and I'm new at the cigars, but I may do a mid-year top 5 on my top 5 cigar picks for the year. But we'll catch up with y'all a little later. Y'all have a good one. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.